back. This video, I'm just going to say this quickly. It's not easy to make. It's not something that I want to necessarily make. It's potentially embarrassing. There's people that I know that, have access to my channel. They have watched some of my videos. So literally people I know in real life. And the only reason why I'm making this video is so that when I eventually do make it and I'm successful, whether it be through trading or whether it be through something else, the entire story is here. Everything is shown transparently on the channel, which is something that is very important to me. Transparency and trust with my audience. A lot of people have been asking me about my P&L, and I'm just going to lay it out here today. Obviously you saw by the title, but I've spent an absolutely insane amount on prop firms. So today I spent multiple hours going through all of my credit card statements. And as you can see here, there are 1,725 rows of data in here. That is how many accounts I have. You are right. That is how many accounts. That's how many accounts I've had. And these are my payouts. Every single payout has been across multiple accounts. I will say that, max allocation. I think that was a big mistake I made, always going for max allocation from the very beginning, but here's where we are now. These are my expenses every month. I'm going to start telling you guys a little bit of stories about it. These are my payouts every month, and this is my monthly P&L, and this is my total running P&L. As you can see right now, we are down $45,000. However, I do have $26,000 of payouts coming from these Top Step accounts and these Alpha accounts, meaning that we are realistically down $20,000. And beyond that, I do have assets. So I have, after the Alpha and Top Step accounts are, taken, the payouts are taken out, they're still going to exist. They're going to have balances. I have, max allocation in my fund of future. I have half pass evals. I have half pass evals with Lucid, and I have 5 Top Step 150K backups. So I estimated the value. I actually was very conservative with my estimates and estimated the value of all of this after those payouts at $22,000. I'm not at all relying on that. The only thing to me that is more, guaranteed is that 26K. So realistically right now, I'm sitting at negative 20,000. I've spent $128,000 on prop firms approximately this year. And I've gotten, 82,000 plus 26,000. So I've gotten about 108,000 in payouts. So that's the reality of the situation that I'm at right now. And what I do want to say is that if you are looking at me like I am a crazy, degenerate gambler, then you are right. But if you are also looking at me as someone who actually might know how to trade, I also believe you are right. There should be no reason why anyone with a sane mind and sound psychology should ever lose this much money trying to go for max allocation before proving out a system. There should be no reason. There should be no reason for somebody to blow $27,000 on accounts in a month. And I take responsibility for that. And if any of you guys are insulted, I'm sorry, but this is my life. This is how I've gone about it, and I'm sharing with you. So, do with that information whatever you will. However you want to look at me, that's how you're going to look at me. But here's my plan going forward. I'm pretty much looking at it right now as I'm down $20,000, which is cool. I'm cool with it. And from here on out, you might have even saw a video from a couple days ago where I blew a $4,000 payout for absolutely no good reason. No good reason at all. Besides, I didn't feel good, so I went to trade. I couldn't walk away from a loss, so I went to trade. So clearly still battling a lot of psychology issues. So over the next couple months, I definitely intend to aggressively go after all these psychology issues, document the entire thing, see what that can do for my trading on my channel. Really. I've built systems that work. I mean, I'm profitable with my funded futures by $11,000. My funded futures systems work. And that's including the fact that in the very beginning of my funded futures, I went down like 10 to 15K on expert accounts when they used to have expert accounts, which is now the pro account. And I got no payouts. I just full ported them over and over and over and over and over again. There was one morning I remember I blew $5,000 on accounts in a single day. In a single morning before work. And then I had to go into work. And I remember the days when I would have a fat savings account and I would blow accounts, and then I would quickly move $5,000 to my business account, and then I'd blow more accounts, and I'd move another 5,000, maybe that day, maybe the next day. And then I remember getting to the point where I had no more money left. And then I remember getting to the point where I maxed out every single credit card I had, and I was $10,000 in debt. Those were some of the hardest times of my life. And right now I'm down 20,000, but after this 26K that's going to get secured, I will have a solid amount of cash. And I will have a solid amount of assets, and I'll have max allocation. I'll have tons of funding to potentially get more payouts and potentially salvage myself from this crazy past 9 months. But it's all up to me. I do believe I'm a good trader, and it's up to me to follow my rules. It's up to me to be patient and calm. If you don't believe in me, quite frankly, I don't care. This number down here is calculated based off of if I were to flip coins. That is the amount of money that should get extracted from my accounts. Now, obviously, there's variance to that. But I do believe I can do it. I do believe I can come out of this ahead, actually, within the next couple months. And from there, it's only up. It's only up. So I've definitely had a wild journey. I've definitely gone to places most people haven't. I mean, I've seen people saying, I've done the same things as you, but I don't know if any of you can say that you blew 1,700 accounts, that you've spent $128,000 on accounts in the span of 9 months. I don't know that you can say that. I'm in a very unique situation where I had a job that allowed me to pay for these accounts. And I got payouts, which allowed me to pay for more accounts and made me think that I was making money, only for it to get worse when my psychology took a downturn. As you can see, I was coming out ahead. Then I was break even. My psychology got worse and worse and worse until I was just emotionally blowing accounts every day, wondering why I was underperforming coin flipping. Underperforming. I was losing. I was somehow at an inverse edge. Now, anyways, please, if you're still watching this, judge me all you want. I don't have to know. If this makes you mad, you can just leave. I've already gone through it all. It's been really tough. And I haven't really been able to enjoy life throughout all this. But I really hope that now is the time where, this month is going to be 33,000 in profits. And I hope that this is a turning point. I hope that this is not just some lucky upswing. And I hope that things start changing. I appreciate every single one of you that supports me on this channel. And I owe it to you to be transparent. I want you guys to trust me, and I want you to know that I'm not doing this to try to make money off of you. I'm doing this to help myself document, to get my feelings out there, to hopefully give other people hope one day when I do make it. And just to do something, man, just to build something, a community in life, just to create, instead of consume in this world. But appreciate you guys all watching. That's it for today.